Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play TMT dating sim. Let's begin. Prologue, Act 1, a story to tell. It's funny how life works out sometimes. Just when you think you have everything figured out and everything moving smoothly, life decides to knock you up on your butt. I know full well how that happens. There are times it makes you feel like the whole world is just playing and laughing at you. I know that's how I felt all those years ago. I moved to New York City to go to college and make something of myself, my life. In hindsight, maybe going to New York had been a bad judgment on my part. Yeah, New York City, very expensive. College tuition wasn't cheap for in-state students, let alone out-of-state students like myself. Then you have to pay rent, bus fare. I wound up finishing my first trimester, and then had to give it up. I guess I could have gone home to my parents. Went to a cheaper college, but I liked it in New York, despite all its problems. And I had an okay apartment, and a job that paid well enough to take care of my bills. It was a luxury living, that's for sure, but it was comfortable. Okay, what did we get? What job did we get? Looking back on it now, I'm glad I stuck it out to here. I can't imagine what my life would be like right now if I had it. If I'd gone home, well, I never would have met any of them. The Ninja Trolls. They changed my life so much since that first encounter, especially him. He gave me back my drive, my determination, and he helped me grow as a person. I've learned so much and gone to do things I never would have imagined, all thanks to him, his family, and his friends. I guess he also is the reason I'm finally putting this all onto paper or game form. I always said our meeting would make a good story. I bet he never thought I would seriously do it. But enough of my rambling. I'm here to tell you a story, one that started back in November a few years ago. Prologue, Act 2, A Faithful Encounter. A cold night air washes over you, bring all the city's unpleasant smells with it. Even after a year, you haven't completely gone used to the smell of gasoline and other plants that drift around on the breeze of New York City. Pulling your jacket a little tighter around you and adjusting the strap of your bag, you head on down the street to the direction of your apartment. You don't live too terribly far from where you work, so walking home at night has never really bothered you. Well, it's also New York City. I would say New York City's built more like a European town. The fact that you can just walk almost everywhere, or get a taxi instead, because cars are expensive, even more so in New York. Despite the wild stories you heard about people being mugged and attacked, there's never been a time when either has happened to you. Knock on wood. Of course you weren't stupid. You still carry mace with you, no matter what time of day is. No use of avoiding trouble, right? Trouble finds us. You come to a sudden halt when suddenly you hear shouting coming from the alley you're about to pass. Oh, great. It sounds like several people, at least 8 or 10, maybe even more, are fighting. The sounds are muffled as they want no one to hear, but it's too late. You heard enough to know something's going on down there. Okay, what happens if we just stay clear? You know trouble when you hear it. Oh, no. You know better than to let your curiosity get the better of you. Going down that alley would be just asking for trouble. Instead, you still yourself and hurry on by, keeping your eyes forward. Perhaps that was a bad idea. You hear a sudden shout To your right, and startled, you reflexively turn towards the source, eyes widening when a body comes squidding out of the alley and lands just at your feet. I'm gonna do all endings and all choices anyway. Ah! You stumble back, your hands flying to your mouth when you realize you're probably just drawing attention to yourself. Slowly looking up, you find several pairs of eyes turned in your direction. Several men are all dressed in some sort of matching black uniforms of sorts. Seeing all these people who look like cult members. Okay, that's the Foot Clan. Would be hilarious in any other situation. They all look like some kind of ninja wannabes. But no, they're not ninja wannabes. They're ninjas. But no, this isn't what has you all flustered all of a sudden. Flabbergasted all of a sudden. No, it's the four large figures that seem to be squaring off with these late Halloween goers. I was gonna say gooners. That has you backing away slowly. Gooners that the term I don't think has existed when this it came out, judging by everything. I think the GUI. They're turtles, giant walking turtles, all of them carrying weapons of some kind, and each seems to be wearing a different colored mask. The one with a blue mask is carrying two swords. They look like katanas from your vantage point. The one orange is spinning two nunchucks, the faint swirling sound filling the sudden heavy silence. Another turtle, this one in purple mask, Donatello, my favorite, held a long, thin stick with purple ribbon wrapped around the middle. I mean, to be fair, I did get a computer degree, so he had been my favorite. The last turtle, this one in a purple red mask, held odd-looking weapons. That side, they might have passed off as thin daggers if they weren't for the two curved spikes that came off the sides of them. You might have passed these four off as costume hobbyists too, but you've seen them too clearly. They're not in costumes. Oh, they could be really good costumes. All jokes aside, could. Have you seen cosplayers? Have you seen some? Not by a long shot. You could probably have someone that has a perfect Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle costume, and you would think they were actually real. You're taking a cautious step back and raise your hands in non-fraying manner. Better in some of the movies that give you that. The best would be the 90s one. I didn't see a thing. Nope, not a thing. I thought that was Jim Henson's puppetry that helped with that one. You can never step back when one of them the would-be ninja suddenly runs at you. Okay, play it smart, run! Without even thinking, you turn and dash off. Behind you, you hear the ninja falling and then someone yelling. Dawn, the woman! Got on it! Is Donatello gonna help me? You don't think on it and run all the way, run all the more harder, only to be slam into something not entirely different than the brick wall. You stagger back with a yelp, your eyes growing large in disbelief as you take in just what you had run into. The ninja that had been chasing you is in front of you. Now suddenly you realize these guys are actors wannabes. They can pull stunts like that off. Did he do Naruto ninja power ninja ability? Because they're technically human, or in some cases robots. You back away once more, gripping the shoulder strap of your bag tightly. You won't go down without a fight. Heads up, miss. You jerk around in surprise and then a shriek before driving up to the ground. One of the turtles from the alley, the one with the purple bandana sails right over you, and lands a devastating kick to the ninja's face. He goes sailing clear across the street to slam into the brick wall of the building there. Purple lands easily, and once he has made sure the other ninja is not getting up anytime soon, he turns towards you. You roughly take a step back. You grip on your bag tightly once more. If it tries to attack you. Oh, I'm not gonna hurt Donatello. None of them. Donnie and Mikey are my favorites. Purple holds his hands up in non-frame matter that are showing slipping his weapon back into his belt. Unless it's Rise, it's technically, Rise, it's Leonardo and then Donatello. I think it's it's just the voice actor for Leo. It's okay. I'm not here to hurt you. My name's Donatello. Are you alright? Donatello. Don. You made the connection easily enough, but the fact that a giant walking turtle can talk has you slightly speechless. That's weirder. We live in New York City after all, right? There has to be weirder stuff. You had thought one of the ninja had ordered her after you. It's never even occurred to you that these turtles were intelligent or that they'll protect you. Well, we've probably seen Spider-Man fights too. And we're gonna just go on with say how like there's probably just weirder stuff in general in New York. Suddenly understanding your stunned silence, he slowly takes a step forward and offers you his hand. You don't look hurt, thankfully. Here, let me help you up. Well, I'm gonna take his hand. Something about the creature's reassuring smile and the velvet air about him calms you down enough that you don't immediately freak out. Plus, he's my favorite Ninja Turtle. Quite literally, I have a information degree because I love technology, and I love purple. I could tell him he only wants to help. Your gaze is earnest, and taking a deep breath to further calm your racing heart, you take his hand. It's not scaly or slimy like you had intensely thought. It's smooth and cool to the touch, probably due to him being cold-blooded, like most reptiles. It'll be kind of skip. You still find a little texture, though. He easily pulls you in real life. He easily pulls you up to your feet, and after straining yourself in, shouldering your bag, you gently give him a weak smile. I'm fine, thank you. The gesture seems to catch him slightly off guard. He figured he thought you'd scream and run. I've seen worse. I've seen weirder. I live in New York City, after all. For crying out loud. A sane person would. You'd think with a mental sigh. Well, have you seen New York? Okay, I've not. But the joke is, for a lot of stuff, is New York has crazy stuff. What did that make you then? Crazy? You always joked that you were. Here's the proof. You shake your head in amusement to your discarding thoughts, degrading thoughts, and manage a stronger, more sincere smile than this time. Thank you, Donatello. My name is... What's your name? Wyan, of course. What did one say to a giant walking turtle? Our name's Wyan. Donatello suddenly glances to the side, and it's in that motion that saves you from being startled by the voice that comes from the shadows near you. Are you alright, miss? You squint into the shadows, barely able to make out the silhouette of the turtle going by the faint X-like shape of long objects on his back. You assume it was the blue band turtle. By the voice you realize he is the one that sent Donatello to rescue you. Yeah, pretty much. It's like I want to talk to Donatello, Leo. You're not Rise, Leo. You're not Rise, version of you. You, that one I would talk to. We'll probably be talking talk his ear off. You try not to sound as uncomfortable as you feel. You're thankful for their help, of course, but they're turtles. Your brain is having trouble accepting this, even as you look at them. Unsure if they want anything else, and hoping that they don't, you begin to back away. A quick glance around reveals the ninjas have been taken care of, and the remaining 2 turtles have vanished. Well, thank you again. I'll just be heading home, I guess. You turn to go and then jump slightly when a green hand is laid on your shoulder to stop you. Wait. Yes, Donatello? You can't help but notice that he only has 3 fingers, but the hand is removed quickly after the owner is sure he has your attention. And one advise heading home, Miss Ashley. At least not a... I didn't put my last name as Ashley. My name's YN. What? Why? Donatello. My name's Donatello. My name's YN, Donatello. You got the name wrong. The blue-masked turtle steps out of the shadows. There's a stern look in his face, as if he knows what the other turtle is thinking and strongly disapproves. Don looks slightly caught between the 2 of you before he sighs and crosses his arms. The foot have been really active lately, Leo. You know that. If there were foot here, there are probably more prowling around. She can't head home alone. What if she runs into more of them? I'll pepper spray them. The Yonders are probably looking for me right now. Are probably gonna have this thing. Probably fighting them. Be good. We'll have them bring knives. No, Don, no. You know why I don't agree. You glance between the 2 of them, quickly running over the information the purple band turtle had said. So these ninja guys were a part of a group, and they might be more lurking in the shadows? You don't like the prospect of running into more of them, but you also don't like the idea of leading one of these turtles back to your home. Oh, I don't mind that one bit. You suppose it comes down to what you're willing to risk. Okay, I'm gonna go. I already saved. I don't need an escort. You feel better with escort. If they were more than those ninjas working about, you have no desire to run into them. Excuse me? You probably interrupt the small armament and gain both of their attentions. Rather easily, take a deep breath. You hope the blue band turtle will not object to having an escort you to if you're self-custod one. I want Donatello too, though. Actually I feel better knowing someone was with me. If there's more of these guys around. Don gives Leo a look before stepping forward to stand beside you. Don't worry, I'll escort you home, Miss. Leo, I promise I'll head home straight after, okay? I can handle myself, you know. Leo lets out a sigh, but apparently realizes his fellow turtle is not going to change his mind on the subject now that you expressed your unease about heading home alone. Be careful, Don, and contact me if you run into any trouble. Or she's a problem. When Don nods, he too gives you a nod, this one more of a farewell gesture before he blinks back into the shadows and disappears. You turn your attention to your would-be escort. Thank you again. I would have been looking over my shoulder every 5 seconds. You gave a slight laugh, trying to drive your unease away. If these turtles had wanted to hurt you, they would have already done so. You are beginning to think they might even be more decent than 99% of the human populace. Oh yeah, they are. Then again, the animal kingdom has generally 100% more honest than any human being was. Except for maybe a snake. And as human as they seem, you knew they were probably able to trust them a lot easier than if they'd been two men trying to help you. Well, it depends on the person, the guy. Too. What it depends. But you're in good hands, miss. I'll have you home in jiffy, no problem. You laugh a little at how polite this one seems to be. It's just Hawaiian, okay? He smiles again, motioning you to follow. Okay, just lead the way and I'll follow. You give a nod and begin walking. Curiosity, watching as Donatello slips into the shadows and all but vanishes. You have to wonder how he and his friend seemed to do this so easily. Was it something learned, or was it actually a natural talent of their kind? Oh, it was learned by Master Splinter, a walking, talking giant rat, aka Pizza Rat. You squint into the surrounding darkness, trying your hardest to spot the elusive turtle, but seems his skill is far too high for you to see through. Skill. For just one moment, you almost think he might have ditched you. But no, something in you tells you he wouldn't do that. He seems genuinely worried over you, over your safety. He also seems like the type to never go back on his word. He also seems very smart. Like he does machines. Looking for me? Don't do that. Your heart is racing a mile a minute, and it's taking you some effort to calm yourself. Sorry. He looks rather guilty for having scared you. His expression quickly changes, however, and you suddenly find yourself being pulled into the shadows with him. It takes everything in you not to yelp in surprise. A few moments later, you're extremely glad you had reared in the impulse. From where you two were stood, hidden in the deep shadows, you make out 5 forms fitting down from the rooftops. It was more of those ninja. Stay here. Pulling the long wooden staff from his back, he steps away from you. It's amazing how he manages to disappear right in front of you, your eyes, even though you know he's merely creeping forward right beside you. It's as if he were a ninja himself. Well, because he is a ninja. You watch silently as the ninjas glance around, no doubt looking for where you have disappeared to. They didn't seem to be too tense, so you'd think they probably haven't seen or realized you had any sort of escort with you. You seem to see a shadow shift right next to them, and then watch in amazement as in only a few short moments all 5 are laid out in Don's feet. He glances around cautiously for any more, but find none. He motions for you to out of hiding. You step back out onto the sidewalk and give him an astonished look as he joins you once more. How do you do that? That was amazing. And slightly scary, but you quickly remind yourself that he's protecting you and is giving no signs of being violent unless provoked. Training, lots and lots of training. Because he's a ninja. He glances around once more before putting his weapon up. Come on, before any more show up. You nod and take a walking at a faster pace. It doesn't take you long to reach your apartment building with your second shadow, and you let out a sigh of relief at the familiar sight. Home at last. I'm happy that it was Donatello. Glancing around for your odd escort, you spot him off an alley to the side of the building and offer him a smile and a wave to come over. I don't suppose you want to come in for a drink or something, would you? As thanks for saving me. Don seemed to hesitate, as if he liked to, but after a moment you see him shake his head. I appreciate it, but... You suddenly remember he had promised our turtle to head straight back after escorting you, and smiled somewhat ruefully. I understand. Listen, though, if you ever need anything, just give room 133 a buzz. Huh? My door will be open. The gesture seems to startle him. But you can see the wide smile that crosses his face afterwards. Thank you. And with that, he disappears and leaves you standing outside your apartment building alone. Sighing a little, you head in and towards the elevator. The end. Okay, what happens if we say we don't need an escort? Finally deciding to take the risk of running into more ninja, you interject into the argument. Excuse me, but it's okay. I don't need an escort or anything, really. Both turtles quiet and look at you, neither having expected you to take matters into your own hands. The purple band turtle, Leo, you think Don called him, stayed silent at your words, but Donatello was quick to reject a jet. Are you sure? You saw what they are capable of, Miss Wyan. Just Wyan, please, and I'm sure, really. But... Leo shakes his head, and Don protests dies before he can utter it. If that's what she wants, so be it. We need to catch up to theirs before they worry too much. Turning towards you, Don tries one more time, eyes pleading. You really sure? I want Donnie. I want Donnie to escort me. Still, he concerns touch you, and you offer him a reassuring smile. Really, thank you. Thanks again for saving me. I'll remember it. His shoulders slumped slightly as he regains himself into defeat. Don't mention it, and thank you for being understanding. He surprises you by placing his fist into his other hand and bowing. Glancing up, he smiles. I'll remember it. And just like that, he steps back into the shadows and disappears, leaving you with his companion. Leo gives you a brief nod before mirroring the same bow and sliding effortlessly into the shadows. You stand there for a moment, eyes putting into the shadows for any signs of them. You see and hear nothing, and for a moment you wonder if you had just imagined them. But no, these ninjas were still out cold in the alley, and you had no desire to still be around when they wake up because you were too busy looking for turtles. Readjusting your bag, you threw one more look towards shadows before hurrying across the street and towards the direction your apartment building was in. As you hurry down the sidewalk, you can't help but wonder where those creatures had come from. They were obviously mutants of some kind, but the how and why was something that you just couldn't fathom. It seems surreal that anything like that was possible for just one intelligent mutant turtle. It was ooze. What were the odds that it would be repeated 3 more times? They were all together when it happened. A doctor brought to a staring stall when your arm is grabbed and wrenched violently up and behind your back. You cry in pain and wildly twist your neck to see who has jumped you. The familiar mask of the ninja men from before sends your heart racing and your fear skyrocketing. Dante was right. Foolish woman, you should have listened to your friend. You were feeling a cruel smile is playing across the man's features. He lets you go of you, only to snap his hand up in swiftly. You barely see it blur before a blow to the face has you falling backwards to land on your rear. His comrades let out amused noises and hold your cheek. You try to scramble backwards. Why hadn't you listened to Dawn? You wouldn't be in this mess right now if you had. And what was worse was the fact that he knew neither he or his friend Leo were anything anywhere around these parts now. Oh, I have a gut feeling one of them's coming to our rescue. You count there 5 of them. As your eyes dart around, if they'd been only one, you might have fared pretty well with just your bag as a weapon. But not against 5 men. Definitely not against 5 ninja men. Oh, don't worry, we're just gonna go Ghostface. You wanna have a dagger? I just go Ghostface in them. Hey! Then suddenly, a cold voice startles everyone present, and as the 5 ninjas spin around, you do nothing but thank whoever God is watching out for you. A form shifts into the shadows, and quickly as lightning, the ninja closest to the spot is sent flying into the wall. There are 4 ninja quickly coverage on it, but within only a moment each are lying on the ground unconscious. The figure strains and steps out of the shadows, revealing a turtle with a blue mask. You stand a grateful smile on your face. Leo, was it? He gives a short nod, eyes steadying your face before sitting a severe glare at the knocked out ninjas. Are you alright? You nod, rubbing your cheek. Yeah, nothing. That wouldn't go away by morning. I thank you. Oh, if it's a bruise, I'm keeping it for a while. Leo shakes his head to show it's nothing as he surveys the shadows for any other threats. You watch him for a moment before curiosity gets the better of you. I thought you left. Apparently confident that there was no hidden ninja in the immediate facility. Leo turns towards you. Actually, I just wanted to make sure no one who overheard would know I was following you. You blink in surprise at that, before another smile makes its way onto your face. I thought I was a goner for a moment there. You have no idea how happy I am to see you. As weird as that is to say to a big turtle, you think ruefully. Leo nods once more, something close to smile flitting across his features, before he frowns slightly. Gaze once more centered on your face, guessing his next words, you quickly wave it off. I'm fine, really. I'm even better than sooner. I'll be even better sooner I could get to my apartment. He nods agreements and motions for you to walk before blending back into the shadows. It's amazing how easily and effortlessly they make it seem as if they were one with the darkness. They have to be. How do you do that? You peer into the shadow areas, not knowing where he was, but getting the feeling you were at least looking at the right direction. Training. A soft smile voice almost right next to you. As you jumping nearly out of your skin, you catch a brief flash of amusement from Leo before he disappears again. So much for looking into the right direction. The rest of the trek to your apartment building is still its best. You made the game of trying to catch Leo in the shadows, but the turtle obviously knows what he's doing. You never once catch even a glimpse of him, and when you think you do, it only turns out to be a cat or a rat. It's Splinter. It's one of them, Splinter. Letting out a wave sound when you finally stop in front of your apartment building, you turn to find your escort. He's standing not far from you in the shadow of the alley, right next to the building. For a moment you think you finally caught him before you realize it's probably let you see him. Well, this is it. You motion to the building with a slight tilt of your head. He nods in acknowledgement. You go to climb the short stairs before stopping and giving the turtle a look. He had originally been a little wary of letting any of them know exactly where you lived, but after being saved twice, he beginning to think you were being silly. If they had wanted to harm you, they would have easily done so. And you feel like kinda bad, with only a small thank you to give them in return. Hey, would you like to come in for a drink or anything, for saving me? Leo shakes his head. To new gate, and realizing by now he's probably really did need to catch up to his friends, you let go reluctantly. Right, well, if you ever need anything, just ring up to room 133. My door will be open for you. You think you see a smile finally able to fully stretch across his face as he nods. Remember that, madam. He steps back in the shadows and vanishes from sight. It's YN. But it's the manner and the way he carries himself, he could be much younger than you are. Suddenly, you climbed the stairs and made for the elevator. The end. Okay, freak out. No amount of deep breathing or happy thoughts can quiet your panic at this point. Now with a big green walking talking turtle reaching out for you, you scramble backwards, eyes wide in fear. Stay away from me. You quickly pull yourself to your feet. The turtle tries to come forward again, hands up in a gesture, but you shake your head and turn. You run as hard as you can, ignoring the shout of the turtle behind you. There was no way you were letting it touch you, much less sticking around to deal with a bunch of guys who thought they were ninjas. It's too bad you didn't look behind you when the turtles yelled. You might have been seen the ninjas silently following you. You might have had time to duck when he launched a powerful flying kick into your way. You barely registered the impact before the star explode into your vision, and the world drops out from under you. The end. Would you like to take Mikey's lesson? Yes. Oops, that isn't included in this first demo. It'll be next time. Stay tuned for the next release. And that was the TMT Ninja Turtles dating sim. If you like my content, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Comment down below and like the video, and I'll see you guys next time.